So Alan, we've had a great response from all of your fans with heaps of questions, so sorry out there if we don't get to your question, because there were quite a lot of them. But we'll start with obviously the first question. It's less than a week to go until the Quest. How do you feel, preparations, training run wise, how have they gone?
Well, actually this is Sunday before Quest start next Saturday, so we'll have 2 more days until we leave. We leave Tuesday morning, heading to Whitehorse. So I feel like all of our preparations are almost complete, at least 95% complete. So that's good. We've been working hard the last couple of weeks getting everything ready. So hopefully we're ready.
What's been the routine for the training runs? You've been doing long runs or short runs, or?
You know, the last 3 runs we've actually ran to the finish line, and hopefully that'll help the dogs when they run to the finish line here in a couple of weeks or less than 2 weeks. But, so that's the idea anyway.
Yeah.
When they get there and we had straw for them at the finish line, the trucks there running, so they know they're going to get in the truck. So hopefully all these things help.
Yeah, that was another question actually. Just do you think running in this direction and finishing in Fairbanks gives you a home advantage?
Well, compared to last year, we had a little bit of disadvantage since our dogs had never finished there. So if the same situation occurs again, maybe we would have a little bit more advantage than we did last year. So it's good. It's always good to be racing and coming home.
Cool. Tell us about your sled, which is behind you. It's the same one you used as Copper Basin, but you've done some modifications.
Yeah, I kind of made a sled and did use it in Copper Basin, and have a new sled bag for it. So hopefully it'll hold together. It's a fairly lightweight sled bag, and used it on a couple of training runs. It's worked very well. So I'm happy thus far with the sled, and hopefully it'll make it 1,000 miles. Yet to be seen.
So imagine we're out on the trail now and you're camping, you're stopped between checkpoints. How do you feed the dogs, and how do you keep weight on them?
How do I feed the dogs? Well, a lot of it depends on temperature. Feeding the dogs is probably the most important thing the whole race, in the 1,000-mile race for sure, because they can lose weight, I can lose weight. So we're actually trying to feed them at least every 2 hours something. And the colder it is, the more you have to feed them, because they burn more calories trying to stay warm. So we try to feed them often and a lot, and hopefully they'll eat it. They don't always eat it, so that's the most frustrating thing in the race, when the dog won't eat.
Yeah. And how about yourself? You mentioned that you typically lose some weight. How do you?
You know, most people don't care about the mushroom.
Yeah, we do.
They don't. If you lose 40 pounds, well, big deal.
Yeah.
But you know, a couple years ago, I lost 25 pounds in the race, and hopefully, I can eat a little better and eat a little more fattening foods. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And won't lose as much weight.
Nice. Gosh, eating fattening foods and not look.
Yeah. That's a different concept.
Nice, I like that. How do you stay awake on the trail on those long runs and it's the middle of the night?
How do I stay awake?
Like, do you listen to music? Do you sing to your dogs?
Actually, I fall asleep often at different times in the race. It's a struggle. That's something you can't train for, is the sleep deprivation. And normally I'm ski poling, and that works fairly well for a long period of time. But I've even actually gone to sleep ski poling and waking up and I'm still ski poling. I had a dream, still ski poling. So sleep deprivation is hard.
And there's a 36-hour layover in Dawson. What impact does that have on the dogs, physically and mentally?
Having the 36-hour layover is tremendous for the dog and the musher, because it's almost like 2 races when you get 36 hours. Dogs going into their 36 are a little tired, and they looked rejuvenated as does most mushers that has good health.
Yeah.
Like,
Alan, you're running the Iditarod as well, a couple of weeks after you finish the Quest. How do those two races differ for you?
how does those two races differ? Well, one, as we speak right now, it's 55 below zero outside. So normally you won't see that on a Iditarod. That's the main factor. And there's a lot more darkness in the Quest. The checkpoints are a lot farther apart in the Quest. That doesn't mean Iditarod's not hard, because it can be hard. It can be hard or harder at any given year, depending on the weather. So the checkpoints are a main difference, because they're like 210 miles apart, two different times in the Quest. Just a little over 100 miles in Iditarod as far as you can go before there's another checkpoint. So so you have to carry a lot more weight in the Quest. So that's the main difference. Plus the 36-hour layover versus the 24-hour layover in Iditarod.
Cool, thanks. That's the end of most of the questions. We do have one last question. It's from McJallen.
Uh-oh.
He said, are you sorry that Happy's not still here to help you win the Quest?
Absolutely. I'm sorry that I won't get to see McJallen kiss Happy's butt again on the finish line. Because as you may know, when she was 2 years old, he said, if you can get this dog to Nome to finish 1,000 miles, I will kiss her butt right at the finish line. And he did. So, yes, I would like to see that again. But
I'm sure we all would like to see that. Get that on tape. Okay. Thanks, Alan.
You bet.
Good luck. Keep safe.
Thanks.
And we'll keep the fans in touch, our fans and supporters. We'll keep them in touch with what's going on during the Quest.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.